Every cell in your body has been replaced. Your memories have been rewritten each time you recalled them. The version of you sitting here right now shares almost nothing physical with the person who existed 10 years ago. Science doesn't call that growth, it calls it replacement. The question nobody asks is, what happened to the one who was here before? Look at your hand. Really look at it. The skin you are seeing right now did not exist 5 weeks ago. The bones underneath it are not the bones you were born with. Your skeleton has replaced itself so many times that not a single original piece remains. Your liver regenerates almost entirely every 2 to 3 years. Your red blood cells are recycled every 4 months. Even the neurons in most of your brain, the cells you probably assume have been with you your whole life, are constantly rewiring, pruning, and rebuilding their connections. You feel like the same person who woke up yesterday. Physically, you are a completely different object than the one who existed a decade ago. Now, here is where it gets strange. The 7-year rule, the idea that every cell replaces itself on a roughly 7-year cycle, is not exactly right. Different tissues replace at wildly different rates. Some cells in your gut lining last only a few days. Your taste buds renew every 10 days. The cells lining your lungs refresh every 8 days. Your heart muscle cells, on the other hand, replace so slowly that by the time you are 50, roughly half of them are still original. And the neurons in the cerebral cortex, the part of your brain responsible for thinking, language, and consciousness, most of those have been with you since before you were born, so the 7-year rule is not a clean line. It is more like a slow tide. Different parts of you wash away at different speeds. You are not replaced all at once. You are replaced continuously, unevenly, and without interruption from the moment you arrive until the moment you stop. But the physical replacement is almost the less interesting part. Think about memory. Your memories do not work the way a camera works. A camera record stores and plays back exactly what happened. Your brain does something far stranger. Every time you remember something, your brain does not retrieve a file, it reconstructs one. It pulls fragments from different regions, fills in gaps, updates details based on what you now know, and reassembles the whole thing slightly differently than it did the last time. Then it stores that new version. Which means the memory you access tomorrow is not the memory of the event. It is the memory of the last time you remembered it, and the time before that, and the time before that. Neuroscientists call this reconsolidation. Every time you open a memory, you rewrite it a little. Think about your earliest memory. Hold it for a second. Research suggests that a significant portion of what people believe are their earliest memories, vivid, detailed, emotionally real, are partially or entirely fabricated. Not intentionally, not dishonestly. The brain simply filled in what it could not hold. It borrowed from photographs, from things people told you, from the emotional logic of what probably happened. And over years of remembering, the borrowed version became indistinguishable from the real one. The memory feels true because you have remembered it so many times, but each time you did, you changed it. So your body is not the original, and your memories of your past self are not entirely accurate recordings. What exactly is the thread that connects you to who you were? Philosophers have been arguing about this for centuries. It is called the problem of personal identity. The ship of Theseus is the classic version. If you replace every plank in a ship one by one until not a single original piece remains, is it still the same ship? Most people say yes, because the shape held, because it stayed continuous, because there was no single moment where it stopped being the ship and became something else. Your brain makes the same argument about you. It is very good at manufacturing the feeling of continuity. It stitches your past and present together into a single coherent narrative so seamlessly that the gaps never show. But the gaps are there. The version of you that existed at 7 years old had different fears, different instincts, a different voice, a body built from entirely different matter, and memories that your current brain has long since quietly rewritten. That child is gone, not in a painful way, just factually. And here is the part that tends to sit with people. If you are not the same person, then who is responsible for the things that person did? Most people intuitively feel that they are. Courts agree, society agrees.